What did you make of that?
Yeah, bit of a weird game. I thought we competed well. Thought the quality wasn't quite there from both sides, if you like. They had a decent chance in the second half, decent chance in the first. Thought we probably lacked a little bit of quality in our final fair play, and although we got some corners, we didn't really put them under any sustained pressure. But what I was pleased about was that we competed well. Thought we probably shaded the second half more. First half was probably of a low quality, but the pitch seemed to be a bit dry and long, and so from both sides it seemed that it was difficult for them to sort of have a sort of bit of fluidity, if you like, to the game. But really pleased with the point. Really pleased after last week to get a clean sheet and get a point was a good start at Sixfield, and the taking it in, and I've been really pleased with the information they've been able to take in and do it. And I think what you're seeing is little bits in moments, and I said we've got to make them moments last a bit longer. We've got to, in them crucial moments, we've got to make the right decisions, and I think that's just what that's the way it went today. When we just maybe just that last bit of pass, that little bit of quality that as I said, the corners, the free kicks, all them little bits, what we've got to sort of get better at, and we will get better. But I'm really pleased with the reaction to last week. I said first one here, and clean sheet, and then something which we can really build on going forward.
Yeah, that clean sheet in particular, obviously they had that big Bradford chance in the second half which Dean Campbell cleared off the line, but nothing too much apart from that, and after conceding 3 last week you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, of course, and I think I think we were when their sort of major chances or best chances come from sort of our mishappenings or failures, if you like, or our mistakes. So it's something what we've got to cut out, because I felt like that we at times we look comfortable, and then all of a sudden we give them a little bit and give them an in, and we've got to cut that out, because if we want to keep to getting clean sheet, then we're going to start winning games, and that's the most important. But clean sheet, good start at home, and we'll build on that.
I know it sounds like a broken record, and it's obviously you look at your bench this afternoon, you didn't have any attacking options to bring on. Just a question on Nesta Ginwalker, who was named on the bench but obviously didn't come on, and I didn't see him warming up. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's just listen. We've got to look after him. He's come back. I was wondering if I did take a chance, we'd ask him to warm up and then we'd go, but it wasn't the case for that. I thought another couple of days. He's got a little. He's come back from a niggling back injury, and and I don't really want to force him to go on. If we thought if we needed him and we needed that option and that opportunity to bring him on, we'd give him a thorough warm up, and he'd probably go on the pitch. So yeah, nothing to worry about for me. We'll see how he presents on Monday. And hopefully then we'll see him out on the pitch against Southampton on Tuesday. But yeah, at the moment everything's okay with him.
I appreciate it's really early after the full-time whistle. What can you tell us about Jordan Thornley at this stage?
Yeah, I just felt something in as a duck there, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's not going to be as bad as what all the others have been since I've been here. If you like, as he jumped, he said as he landed, he just felt something. So yeah, really open, and fingers crossed that it's not as bad as first few.
But just finally, off the mark, point on the board. We'd have liked it to be 3, but how important is it to get that kind of first step on the ladder?
Yeah, definitely. I like a clean sheet. We haven't give away sloppy goals like we did last week. There's work to be improved on. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. But Bradford, they had a good start last week at home. They've spent a lot of good money in the summer. They want to be up there come the end of the season. So going to be tough for anybody on the day. So. Glad that we matched them. Glad that we went toe to toe with them. But lots for us to improve on and to work on going forward.
Appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.